Hello YouTube viewers. I'm about to go and see if my table has been reserved for me at the very place where Anthony Bourdain met Barack Obama for lunch, a bowl of buncha and a beer. It's on the second floor, and I was there earlier and I indicated to the ownership I wanted to sit at the table and have lunch. Well, you'll see what I'll try to do. I'll try to have them move a table and sit in between where Anthony and Barack Obama sat. So we'll see. They said to come back for 10 a.m. It is now 10 a.m. and it's at the Buncha Huang Lian. Quite busy, quite famous, and we're back. So hopefully it will go without a glitch. We shall see. Stairs?
No.
Oh, I was told that 10 o'clock upstairs would be open on the second floor because I want to have a little table in front of the table where Barack Obama and Anthony Bourdain, I know it make you laugh, but this is, I'm doing a live stream. And
Live stream, but
you would sit here, but I want to sit at that table, in front of the table, because they said to come back at 10. Sorry?
Yeah.
It's now 10 after 10. They said if I come back at 10 o'clock, I could go up there and have lunch.
You can see the.
I know I can see, but I want to eat there too.
Yeah, but you can eat sit here.
I can only eat here.
No.
I can't eat there.
No.
Ooh, I want to eat there. I want to eat there. I won't be very long. It's just I want to put a little table in front.
You can have lunch in the second floor.
Yes.
But,
We're gonna go back up to the second floor, and then try and get. I'd like to go eat there. Maybe I'll explain it to you on the phone. We're going to go with Google Translate because Google Translate works. Productivity, Google Translate. Okay. Okay. I was here earlier and I was told if I came back at 10 a.m. that I could be served lunch on the second floor near the table.
okay, I understand.
Okay.
Anh Thắng ơi! Anh Thắng ơi! Đâu rồi, đi đâu rồi?
I'm persistent. Hello. She's gone to go and get management. I'm hoping that they will play nice. Yeah, hi Tim, how's it going? I don't have to tell them too many lies. I just need to be persistent, and in this culture they don't like saying no if they can help it, and if they really say no it's because it's really no. But it's an empty room. They're just doing like preparation of food in there, but not on a large scale basis. It's just a small scale basis. Here comes somebody, she looks pretty severe. So they're still discussing it, so I look pretty persistent. Okay, I'll tell him I'm his brother. No, I'm his cousin. There we go. Because I'm just gonna have a bowl of buncha and then we can put the tables back. It's not that big a deal. Um, yeah, no. What are you saying? What do you mean by that? You know, he's half white.
You
Yes.
can have lunch in the second floor
Yes.
after 11 a.m.
Oh, after 11, so I come back again another hour. Okay, I come back.
Yeah. Thank
Look
you.
at this bun cha. This is famous for in those bowls. So they said, first they said 10, and now they said 11. So, you know what? We're going to have to do a delayed gratification. So guys, third time's a charm. Third time's a charm. And look at the noodles that they go with the bun cha. You're getting the runaround. I know, but you know what? I got nothing better to do. I am leaving Hanoi in 3 days. And so, what else have I got to show for myself, right? What can you do about it? It's possible I'm getting the runaround, but as you know, I'm a persistent son of a bitch, and I will not be denied. So there, we'll see. And if I am getting the runaround, then I'll get a clue at some point. Get a clue, dude, get a clue. It ain't gonna happen. Because they said, you know, you can sit at this table, but I don't want to be a Patty Doyle, because that's what Patty Doyle did 4 days ago. He got to sit at the kids' table. I want to sit at the grown-ups' table. Patty Doyle. You remain calm, cool, and collected. Yeah, no, I'm bringing just my pleasant demeanor with me, and hopefully that will, you know, from the Get Smart episodes, Simon the Likeable, cling, and he would make people do anything. I'll bring my Simon the Likeable face. Hey, it's good to see you, Tim. Look, it's starting to warm up, which is nice because it was kind of on the chilly side. That's why I had to wear this, but I'm wearing the shorts. Today's gonna be a laundry day. I need to pee. I can go into any place. See, I went into a coffee place and there was a really nice lady there. She made me a nice coffee and she brought me a tea. And then I was feeling a bit cold, so I went inside and she had a very nice dog, like a little poodly, fluffy, soft-haired dog, and very playful and very affectionate. So that made me feel good. And then I ordered a hot coffee. And yeah, it was 70,000 dong for the 2 coffees. So that's reasonable. Now I could go into this place and have, I don't know, a croissant. Let's go find a croissant. And but how do I put you guys on the table while I go to the little boys' room without putting you in the corner type of thing? Because I might need to be creative and do that. Oh, look at roast duck. Look, you gotta show you this, guys. Look, roast duck, right there, right there. Everybody else who films in Vietnam shows nothing but rain. Somehow this stuff follows you. Exactly, and you know what? It's gonna follow me back home because I'm gonna be back home on the 2nd of March. So I better find warm weather when I get there. They better be ahead of me. Otherwise, there'll be hell to pay. No, I mean, I really, out of 2.5 months, I might have had a collective between 7 and 10 days of rain, and that was like about a week ago. And it wasn't that bad. I managed to, you know, it didn't mess up a lot. And you know, when I was out on the water, like on the cruise, and on a day cruise, they were both, one was hazy, and then the day cruise was sunny, and it was a better cruise. So yeah, I really lucked out. And here you could use rain because when it rains for about 3 days, all of that motorcycle smog gets washed out and then the air becomes a lot more breathable. Right now I just want to stay here because the sun's warming me up. No, you know, I've left my bags on tables. Like when you're in an establishment, other people, like, they are mindful of your things, and you can like leave your bag with you know, personal items and stuff, and it will be there undisturbed. Nobody's gonna grab and snatch. Not on, you know, if somebody were to leave their thing, it would mess up all of these people, all of these business people, and they would probably dispense some kind of street justice. So no, you can with confidence say, watch me go to the facilities, and it'll be there when I get back. But you know, you don't really want to tempt fate. Occasionally you time it, you know, you don't like go, well, I'm going to take my bloody time. But no, I've done it a couple of times and my bag's always been there. Hey, hola de inglés. Cheers from Brazil. Alrighty. How you doing? I wish I could speak a little more Portuguese, because other than hola, which is like Latin or something to that effect. Is it sunny in Brazil? Because it's sunny here this morning in Hanoi, and it's not too like, the air is pretty good. Wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute. Hola de inglés. I'm trying to remember your name. You teach English, correct? You're from our group. Yeah, but he has a different nick. I'm trying to remember his nick. He teaches English in I can't remember which city, but well, you say Florianópolis. That's a Greek word for a city of Florian. It's Claudio, and they don't say Claudio. It's Claudio. Hola, Claudio. How's it doing? I'm so glad that you were able to find me on the live. Just over there is the famous restaurant where Anthony invited Barack for a lunch. I was there at 8, and then they said to come back at 10, because the second floor they put a glass cubicle over the very table that Barack, and then they have a picture of them both seated at the table. And I asked to be served on the second floor. They said no, it's not open. But then I insisted, so they said come back at 10. And then I came back at 10, and they said no, it's not open. And I insisted, and they said okay, come back at 11. So hopefully they're not going to be dicking me around, because then I'll get a clue. But I'll be back tomorrow, and even more persistent. I want that table. I'll put money down. I'll give them. What is it going to cost? Because you guys deserve to see me eat in between where Barack sat and where Anthony sat, and I'm going to have a beer, and I'm going to cheer them on. I'm going to say, Anthony, we miss you. Why did you leave us? Yes, Claudio is, but I guess, you know, people change their nicknames, and that's why it's hard to remember. But yeah, we haven't heard from you in a while, but I'm glad you're still around. And I think you had some issues a little while ago, and hopefully they got taken care of. Yesterday there was a lot of people around, just being like in a festival mood. There were people with children. It was like a festival time. But I've been all over the country in really interesting places where you can have nature and you can have people, but you know, you got like room. You got room to say, hey, I don't want to be like jostled and stuff of that nature. So no, I've been all over, and it's an interesting thing is that a lot of Vietnamese don't travel to other parts of their country. They like where they are, and they might not have the financial means to go and visit and do things like tourists like myself. So I am very fortunate because I've been all over, and I get a better sense of what it is like to be Vietnamese, as opposed to people who have ideas of, oh, those people in Hanoi, they're so snotty, and I've heard things of this nature, and I think this is so funny. It's not true. It's people from Hanoi don't necessarily come from Hanoi. They just happen to work here out of necessity, but they come from other parts of the country. So there's that. Anyway, shall we continue walking? But we're gonna stay in the sun because I happen to like the sun at the moment. So you gotta be careful where you walk, because sometimes the street is not even. So it's getting busier, but this is nothing. This is not busy. And this is pretty cool. All right, this is something that John Sabot of Far East Travels explained to me. Hey, so I met John Sabot a couple of weeks ago in Da Nang, and we went to his favorite, or one of his favorite vegetarian restaurants, and it was wonderful. And he asked me a question, and then I really didn't know the answer to it. He says, have you noticed there are a lot of Vietnamese that spend their day in a coffee shop or having tea on the sidewalk? And he asked me, do you ever wonder about that? And I said, well, now that you mention it, yeah. Like, why aren't they working? And he says, well, because, he says, their idea of wealthy people are people who can lounge around and just have coffee all day. And that is, in their imagination, what wealthy people do, which is not true. Wealthy people are out making lots of money, and they work very hard at it. But in terms of the minds of people who don't have the means, but who necessarily don't need to be working, in a way they're saying, well, I'm demonstrating that I don't need to work because I can afford to sit here and have coffee. And this is working class people saying, I'm wealthy, I don't need to work. Exhibit A. You were right. Florianopolis comes from Floriano, an army officer. Oh, okay, it's the name of a person who led a coup d'etat to overthrow the monarchy and establish the Republic of Brazil. I did not know this little piece of history, and you're able to put it in a little bit of a thing where I could read it to my live stream viewers and educate them at the same time. We have a victory for knowledge, yes, and we're not disseminating misinformation. We're being accurate as we can. So yes, these are people pretending to be wealthy because they don't have to work. I love it. You guys are rich. You guys are fabulously wealthy. You don't need to work. So yes, that's the whole thing about the difference between working to live and living to work. These are people working to live. You're doing well. Okay, yes, I'm glad, because you know everybody has issues every now and then, and the more the clock has ticked, it looks like you get time. The time is running out, and then you get these surprises. I got a couple of surprises on this particular vacation that I was not too pleased about, but I kind of like put it in my rear view mirror, and I'll deal with some stuff later. But yes, it's good that you can rise above little obstacles that come your way, and you hope for the best. So, oh, you know, I was told to come back at 11, and it's now almost 10:30. So all I need to do is find a little, well, I could probably hold it in and then use the facilities, or because I hate the idea of killing the broadcast and then having to do a third one, because then it's like I keep promising and not delivering. But yes, if it's sunny like it is today, I'm going to enjoy my remaining time here. And but luckily I have 3 full days. I leave 5 minutes before midnight on the 28th. So that's better than leaving at 8 in the morning on the 28th. So that means I can use up my whole day doing touristy stuff. So yes, I'm gonna have to look into that Florianopolis, because that's like a medium-sized city, I assume. Because you know of Sao Paulo and Rio, and you always hear about those 2 cities. But I don't think I've ever really heard of Florianopolis. And I assume the monarchy would have been the Portuguese monarchy. And I have no idea of the history of what problems there were with the Portuguese monarchy and the Brazilian state. So there's that. So look at the street behind me. You see all of these trees? They really do work hard to help clean up the air and keep the temperature down and all of that kind of stuff. Oh, okay. I guess it's a recurring theme. Well, it is alive and well here. It might have been like a Paris and a London in bygone times, but here this is their idea of what the wealthy do. They just lounge around and have people bring them coffee, which is quaint, because it means that they don't need to be constantly working. But there's a different work ethic amongst the Chinese and other people of the region. They don't. This is uniquely Vietnamese and not typical of Asia. There's a stronger work ethic. There should be guilt. They should feel guilty that they're not working and earning money for their family. Okay, here's the thing. On the 28th at 5 to midnight, I leave for Narita, Japan. I arrive at 6 in the morning, but only leave at 6 in the evening, so that's 12 hours layover in Narita, Japan. So either I book a lounge or something in the airport, or I get permission to leave the airport and maybe visit the town of Narita, which is not a very urban city. It's more of a village kind of atmosphere, and I would like to do that very much. Then I fly from Narita to Vancouver for another 12-hour layover. And that was like a last minute change up, because the original flight I didn't have enough time to connect for the Vancouver flight to the Montreal flight, so they had to change it up. And so I have 12 hours in Vancouver, where I've never been before. I would love to be able to leave the Vancouver airport and go see maybe Stanley Park in Vancouver for a few hours, and then come back to the airport and then fly to Montreal. That would be the best use of my time for those 2 back-to-back 12-hour layovers. Because when I get back to Montreal, I'll probably be so sleep deprived that I'll probably need a day or two of sleep when I get back, and that's okay. Cause look at, I got color. I got color in my face. I left like no color at all. So at least, hopefully when I come home, people go, you went away. I hate you. I hate you. At least for the first week. I can't wait to be told by people that they hate me. And I go look at them and go, yes, go right ahead. Do your worst. Hate me all you like. So hopefully that answers your question, Tim, if you're still in the room. I'm hoping to both see Narita if I can have permission to leave the airport, and hopefully see a bit of Vancouver, because I've never been, and I've been dying to have any reason to go see Vancouver. So anyways, yes, I've been sending little video clips to one of my clients who I do work for many years, and she can't travel anymore because she has health issues. So I've been sending her little things, and she just asked me when I'm coming back, and I answered her soon. So I told her I was like minutes away from having lunch at that table. Oh, look at this. Look at this tree. It's so weird. Deliveries, anybody? Hey, it's Amazon. Well, Tim, you'd be surprised what airports will oblige you to do. And, you know, luckily we're no longer in COVID time, because in COVID time it's even more restrictive. But if COVID things have relaxed, then maybe, you know, as long as I don't miss my flight, right? Because I don't want a last minute glitch. But yeah, if I can leave and come back and not miss my flight, that would be a perfect scenario. When I left Vietnam in 2020, I got a layover in Seoul, Korea, and they have a free tour that's advertised in the airport. You just have to sign up for it, and they process you. You know, you have to go through customs, and then the tour bus brings you to the Royal Palace, and then they bring you to a place where you can have lunch and shopping, and then they bring you right back to the airport, and it's all free. So I certainly took advantage of that, and now that I've experienced it, I want to be able to do it everywhere. So Min Coffee. Yeah. So it's quite busy in this part. So I left a place an island called Cat Ba yesterday, and I did a little bit of a drone thing that I posted on YouTube, and I think it came out pretty good. And if I have time today, I might edit a little bit of snorkeling that I did in the south on an island called Phu Quoc. And I took both my GoPro underwater and my JVC mini cam. That's also, you can go 12 feet underwater. So hopefully I might be able to string together an interesting video with that. If not today, maybe tomorrow. We'll see. And of course I got some drone footage, like MJ Klein from Periscope took me to a waterfalls, and we did some video droning from that, which I haven't put on YouTube. And I got a lot of stuff that I could do, like when I get back to Montreal and slowly ease back into my work life. And you know what? My knees are doing better. Well, it's not my knees per se, it's above my knees. I lost the strength in both my quads. And I'm having difficulty like sitting down and getting up from a chair and navigating stairs. But it seems to have gotten better since the incidences of the original like strains that I underwent for some mysterious reason. So I'm gonna book an appointment with a physiotherapist and a specialist to try to understand why that happened and what I can do to avoid it in the future. Because I don't like losing leg strength. I need to be ambulatory. You know, I need to be able to move around. So, you know, when Claudio, we were talking about Claudio and that I think he's saying that he's better now. Well, you know, it was my turn to have something unforeseen happen, and I'm not sure what I need to do, but I'm invested in fixing it. And then saying, look, put it behind me and let me get on with what I need to do. So yeah, I've been taking so many trains and buses and planes and boats and motorbikes, but I don't think I'm gonna miss it. But you know, I see a lot of these young backpacker kids because I've been mostly staying in boutique hostels, and the backpacker kids tend to favor these boutique hostels, and man, are they ever loaded down with like huge heavy backpacks, and they're like getting up at the crack of dawn with you know, they gotta like, well, they generally party late at night, get a few hours of sleep, and then you know, they have to like change locales. And God bless them, you know, like I guess that kind of travel is for the young. For me, I tend to be a little less, I don't like to stress myself out. Like just by transferring on planes, trains, buses, boats and stuff like that is disruptive enough. But I don't think I could handle the kind of schedule these young kids put themselves under. So how are we doing on time? We have 20 minutes. So like I could go there, but I don't want to walk too far. So this is a pretty cool corner for busy stuff, and I seem to be out of people's way. All of these leisure people who are thinking, yeah, I'm wealthy too. Look at, I get to lounge around and have coffee served to me. I think it's so cute. Because wealthy people are hard fucking workers. They're running after the money. But that's okay. More money, more problems is a truism. More money, more problems. It's no, actually it's not so chaotic. It's just the camera looks like that, but it's pretty normal. Like minnows, you know how minnows, like they sort of have a way of flowing and not like colliding each other? That's basically how the traffic flows, like minnows. They just kind of flow in and out, and they seem to avoid disaster. And everybody loves a live streamer here in Asia. It's not like parts of Europe and the States where you'll get the stink eye if somebody should happen to walk in front of your live camera and somehow you're supposed to delete it. Yeah, good try. I don't think so. So yes, Tim, I was telling you about vitamin D and like what the sun is, like when the sun hits your skin, it activates the cholesterol in your bloodstream, and your cholesterol chemically gets converted into vitamin D. It's a miraculous process. And for me, this kind of process has this effect on my face. So I'm not somebody who's pretending to be happy, but inside I'm really like, no, I am kind of happy, and it has to do with the sun. But back home, I've got like Costco, like supplies, bottles of vitamin D, which I take every day, because without it, this is non-existent. I'm just streaming to YouTube. Twitter Live, there's a glitch because Twitter head office did something and Prism can't activate it, or maybe it got fixed and I didn't get the update, or I don't care. What I do is I give a Twitter notification that my YouTube is live, so at least my Twitter peeps know that they can like switch over to YouTube and then catch me on the live. And then someday Twitter will get their act together, fix it, because even you might get a good quality stream on Twitter, but then when you look at the replay, all of a sudden the replay quality is like all blocky, and they kind of reduce the signal or the file size, and it becomes like unwatchable. So I'm just gonna focus. The fact that YouTube works is like, hey, don't look a gift horse in the mouth. It works. So what if you can't have simultaneous Twitter, because you can't even see the chat on Prism. If you're chatting on the Twitter, you can only see it on the YouTube, and I can see your chat, so there you are. So it's Prism, and it's broadcasting to YouTube because it's working. It used to work on both, but it stopped working at some point, and I've given up trying to figure it out. The chat lag is rough? Okay. Well, get used to it or adapt to it. I have kind of gotten adapted to it, and I got used to talking to just like not knowing if somebody's in the room, and I might be talking to them, but they've left like 10 minutes ago, and I look funny, expecting like I'll ask them a question and then there's no answer coming, and I'm going, oh, well, I guess they left. So yesterday I had dinner in an 11th story, really nice restaurant where the wait staff really made me feel very comfortable. And even though I was underdressed, like I was wearing shorts and I was wearing just a polo shirt, they was like, everything is fine here. And I came in walking with a live camera. I made it evident that I was live streaming, and nobody freaked. They just behaved like everything was absolutely normal. And that's pretty well been my like 90% existence of live streaming here in Asia on every single day. So there are trade-offs, and then hopefully things will improve. The longer we keep at it. So sewer. There are like odors, but you know what? The exhaust odors kind of cancel out the sewer odors. So there are small graces for that. Because if there were no exhaust fumes, then they would smell like Taiwan, which is more sewer and less exhaust. He's so cute. So what I like about Hanoi is anywhere I need to go, I just order a motorbike cab, and then they zip through all of this traffic like without any problem, and I can get where I need to go. So it's always nice running into you, Tim, every now and then, every couple of years, and Claudio as well. And I got an answer back from Robin, but Robin was answering monosyllabically, like very, very short answers, which is very untypical of Robin. Normally she's more verbose, so I'm wondering if she's having a morning that's I don't know anything about, but it's Lily. So the sun was out earlier and it was warming my face, and I've been trying to get at that table. Well, the table is it's under glass or under plexiglass, but it's on the second floor where they're not serving customers. They're only serving them on the first floor. So I've been back twice this morning, and they keep telling me to come back because I've been insisting that I want to have a little table set up in between, in front of that special table, and have myself. They actually have the name of what Obama ordered called the combo or Obama. So I assume it's a beer and a bowl of bun cha, which is like a pork noodle soup. And apparently there's a lot to eat and it's very filling. So I have not taken no for an answer because they told me I could eat downstairs, and I'm going, no, I don't want to eat downstairs. I want to eat at that table or in front of it. So they said to come back. So I'm hoping they're not going to tell me to come back a third time, because then I'll get the message. But I can always come back tomorrow and insist. So I have 10 minutes to return and see if they are people of their word, or if they're just telling me, saying if they're telling me to go away and come back, they're hoping that I won't come back. But they haven't met me yet. I'm very persistent. So yes, I've been meeting up friends who I haven't spoken to in maybe a couple of years. A friend from Brazil came in to say hello, and I haven't seen or heard from him in a couple of years. So it's always nice when you're on a live stream and then all of a sudden people find you and come in and say hello. So I was having a conversation with you the other day, and I was trying to remember a few of the names of the places, and I don't remember them. I remember Kaohsiung, but after Kaohsiung I went to many other cities, and I still can't remember how to pronounce them or even how to spell them, but each was very different and interesting in their own regard, and I was so happy to be able to go and visit them and do things there. Ah yes, and I remember there's an antique one where there's a lot of antique buildings, but I wasn't able to sleep there. I was able to sleep a train station away and visit for the day, and I went to see the temple for Madzu and the tower. There's a tower right next door in An something something. Anyway, I live streamed it, so when I review everything that I've done, it'll all come back to me, the names of the cities and things. But I've done so many things that it's hard to have them fresh in my mind in terms of like the names of the places and stuff. And when you're in Vietnam, you have different words and names that you remember, and when you're in Taiwan, it's a completely different situation. So I have been outside of Taiwan for almost a month now, so I've already moved on in a way, but I'm so glad I was able to spend a couple of weeks there for my first visit. And I love Din Tai Fung. I had twice I ate there. The one in the shopping center in the basement where they have the expensive food court, and it was a very nice surprise. My first dinner within hours of arriving in Taipei. Somebody recommended I eat there, and then I might have eaten there the last evening before leaving back to Ho Chi Minh. So yes. So I have 5 more minutes to go back and see if they're lying to my face, or if they will honor me with a table on the 2nd floor. Anyway. Ah, look. Will she make the intersection? So, maybe you haven't noticed, but in Asia, a lot of people are svelte. You know, there isn't like the body shape that you get in North America or in Europe. And my theory is that because the diet is predominantly all the fresh vegetables that come from the ground is what we're eating, and you know, a little bit of meat with the vegetables, but mostly it's all those vegetables with all those good vitamins is what is keeping everybody healthy here, and you know, with an ideal body weight, which means, well, you know, if you take away the pollution, I would say that they would even be healthier, but it's a trade-off, because the pollution is probably taking years off of people's lives, but the diet is certainly helpful, like while they're still alive and healthy. There's that. So if we had the same climate and the soil in North America or in Europe, I think we would have similar diets, but we don't. We leave the farming to all of these corporate companies that, you know, are they're processing our food, and here food is not processed. It is grown. It is grown from the ground, and it does make a hell of a difference. So Yeah, I have to watch this corner because they do that turn very sharply. Here is a safer place for me to stand. Tuk-tuk. I don't think people ride tuk-tuks as much here in Vietnam like they do in Thailand. And tuk-tuk drivers in Thailand are quite notorious for not taking you where they're supposed to. They always pretend they have to bring you to a place because they need to put gas. And then they bring you to some tailor shop or something. It's a few minutes to 11. So yes, I'm going to give it one last try. And then if I don't succeed, I'm going to go back to my concierge and have her try to level with them, you know, in Vietnamese. Because right now I'm going in there and I'm speaking with certain people who have a certain level of English as a second language. So they know what I want. But up to now they haven't delivered. And I'm hoping to reason with them if I'm not successful this third try, because it will not help if I try to get ugly. I don't think that will win me anything. So who's still with me? Because we're 1 minute to 11 and I'm about to face the music. See if I can get my table that I've been invested in getting. And thanks for Tim for reminding me that when I ask a question, you guys have a delay, so you don't get my question in real time, and so it takes time for you guys to answer back. And I guess when you type your things, I assume there's a delay for guessing. You know, we were spoiled by Periscope because it was immediate, but that's what Heckle does. You have an immediate, you know, the lag is really short, which is it's possible. So why can't applications deliver? So Chris is there. Okay, thank you, Chris. So yeah, that was like about a minute of a delay, which is, it's better than nothing, right? So so there we are. So I want to give them a few minutes to say, well, come on, it's just like 11. When we said 11, we meant like, you know, not 11, but around 11. And will she make it across the road? I think so. Oh look, a delivery.
Sorry.
Must not get delivered with a crease in it, or you're fired. Ah, you're there, Claudia. Okay, good. It's good to know. I wasn't sure. Because for some reason, people don't use the chat as much in YouTube like they do when Periscope was functioning and working. Well, yes, that would be a play on semantics, and again, something lost in translation. So yeah, we're now 2 minutes past 11, and I'm gonna go in. We're gonna do it live. We'll do it live. I know Claudio, they're still around, the many people that you've met there. There is still a community, but we've just kind of been, scattered to the winds. But somehow they find their way back, whether if you're on Instagram or you're on, Twitch or some other thing. There's generally a way of reconnecting, but, it's sometimes once every 2 years is not good enough. It has to be, like the way that Periscope was, that you never really went that long, and then you could like constantly keep tabs to, like, things were still alive in your mind, whether it was a spot in Brazil or in Hong Kong or in Paris or whatever. But the community's still there, because I know I've heard from them. And I haven't heard from a lot of people in 2 years, but about maybe 10 or so people that I haven't heard from in 2 years have come back to say hello, like you did just now, just today. So let's see if the third time is the charm. Wait, you know what I need to do? I need to get my Google Translate ready, because so wait, what did I say? I said, hold on a second. I was here earlier and I was told if I come back at 10 a.m. that I would be served lunch on the second floor near the table. Okay, no, is what it was. So now, I went away for an hour, and I hope they just didn't tell me that so that I would go away. So what am I going to say to them? Yeah, I'm just going to leave it blank. All right. Let's see. Let's yet again show up, because there will be people in there. See, there's always people in there. So even these are new customers, and so the first floor is full. The first floor is full, and then they have deliveries, and there are people going upstairs. So they might have opened the second floor. And I want my table set up in front. Look, there it is. Thank you. But, there's a difference between second floor and having the spot you want. And I'm gonna wait it out if somebody's sitting in my spot, because I've been here twice already. And if I actually have to have the nerve to ask somebody to move out of my table spot, I'll do it. I'll do it, by golly. Look at that. Okay. Wait a minute. Oh yeah, it's this one. Or is it this one? No, it's not this one. It's this one. I want to move this table here in front of this table, or move this table here, because I want to have lunch here. So this is where they sat, and I want to sit right there and order the, you know, to me it's naturally, it sounds better when you say the Obama combo, but here they entitle it the combo Obama, right there at the top of the page. Buncha Huanglin, combo Obama. See, 120,000 dong. So they have a beer, they have his bowl of soup and the veggies. So that's what I'm going to order. And hopefully I can have this table moved in front. And why don't I start arranging furniture? Because if I put the table here, there won't be a place for my chair. So, like this. See, I'm already being privileged, like a privileged white asshole. But every now and then you have to assert yourself. Otherwise, you know what they say, the squeaky wheel gets the grease. And I am being a squeaky wheel. I'm being assertive. They're not heavy tables. There. My table is set. And I'll even sit on one of these stupid stools because Obama sat on one. And I hope I don't piss anybody off because I'll move it back myself. So, how's this? Selfie. Selfie. Yeah. And I'm wondering, is there a washroom? Because I can put this down. Nobody's come in and giving me hell yes. Who do you think you are moving our furniture around without permission? I kind of did get tacit permission, you know. They told me to come back twice. And like a good, obedient school kid, I did what I was told. I went away and I came back. Okay, I mean business. I'm taking off my day bag. Alrighty. Now I'm gonna sit down on one of these. You know, they're not as low as the toddler ones. These are like a tween size. I'm seated. I just need to have somebody take my order.
Sorry. No. Yeah.
No.
Sorry.
I was told.
No.
No?
Sorry.
I'm being told. Okay, I put it back. I put it back.
No.
I take it. I put it back. Yes. So I can't. I guess they see what they say. Yes. Wait. No. Oh well. She was not pleased. Apparently, I'm not getting what I wanted. And I pissed off somebody. I've never seen somebody demonstrate how pissed off they are. But I don't feel embarrassed because, okay, I'm gonna sit adjacent. How's that? I'm sitting adjacent. I guess if you move furniture around without permission, you get in trouble. But I think I want to sit there. So it's going to be a compromise. Okay, I'm going to put my bag there. So we can sit here. And I'm going to get my bag closer. For being Canadian, well, I've watched enough movies and TV. I think I can channel the occasional ugly American, but no, an ugly American would have doubled down, you know? They would have doubled down. And I know enough to know when it's time to, oh, luckily I found the table because we are filling up. Yes, sorry. There we go. Okay, how's that? There's water on the table. Thanks for the advice. So in a way, I'm kind of seated where they were seated. There you go. I can like wave at them. I can wave at them. Yeah, this is better. This is more camera friendly. There we go. Okay, so it's a bit of a compromise. So it's not a overpromise and underdeliver. It's making the best of a tough situation. So I hope she's not going to have people sit at my table, but she might. Oh, she's okay. She's really out to get me. She's got my number, I think. So now I have to move my thing back because I can only have room for one, and I'm gonna have to hold it in place. So, and she hasn't even taken my order yet. So she must be like the owner's daughter or something. Either that or she's like knows that she'll be in trouble if she doesn't run on. You know, it's like the librarian that has the power to shush you, or she's not quite Nurse Ratched. I've come across Nurse Ratcheds. So what we can do now is, see that, so I'm going to put in, yeah, see it's the combo, so it'll be coming. Let's, she's a scary one. So she's making the rounds. Everyone's having the combo. So I might as well join suit, otherwise I don't think, you know, Odala, you need to pay extra for the seat. Oh, she's ignoring me. She's going to take me last, so I'm in the bad corner. I should wear the dunce cap when you put in the bad corner. Do you have a, Claudio, in your class, do you have a...
Order?
Yes, the combo, please.
One combo?
Yes, one combo. Why? No, I'm not going to be smart alecky because...
How many?
And the room is filling up. The room is filling up. So it's a party, but I don't think Patty Doyle got this close to the actual table. Well, no, actually, she's doing her own. Nobody's telling her what to do, and of course, I'm not a white privileged ugly American, so I don't get to say I'm an American citizen. You love it when they do that in the movies. How dare you? I'm an American citizen. All of a sudden, yes, they just came in because it's like, I guess the 11 o'clock is also a good lunch hour. So, so yeah, we have a little family next to us. And it looks like the combo is you know, like in Montreal, there's a place called Walensky's, and they made like this bologna sandwich, like out of like they just like grilled a piece of bologna with like between some bread and mustard, and they call it the special. And everybody goes there for the special, and so I assume this is the same thing. People come for the special. So we're bloody damn well gonna get a special. So it should come with the beer as well. You've heard of Walensky's? Yes. I know they've had a few, because it's still being run by like the daughter who still shows up and opens the shop and stuff like that. But I think like half of the parents, one of them passed away and the other one's like retired or something to that effect. So, but hey, I gave it a good try. And moving the furniture was not, did not win me any friends. Well, at least with that one waitress. But it got resolved pretty quickly. And hopefully she won't keep a grudge. So we can look. See, there's another portrait of Obama with the staff. Here we are. Big smile, genuine smile. I guess she must be the mom. And there he is again, being personable, right? He's a personable guy. Look at his security. Look at the Secret Service guy behind him. Look at his face. All business. It's funny he's not wearing sunglasses, because that would probably make him stick out if he was wearing the Secret Service sunglasses. But look at how composed Anthony looks sitting at this table, thinking, you know, because in the interview, like the TV business, right? Like if he was Barbara Walters, having Obama at that table, that's called a get. He's serious in all business. Well, yeah, the Secret Service guy, yes. But, you know, people that are in the TV industry, when you can get somebody like a Fidel Castro or something to that effect, that's called a get. And basically, I don't know if like Anthony's production team would go, oh, yes, we got Obama sitting down and having a beer like a regular guy. And you know, that went really a long way in people's minds, like in the States, when they saw this particular little vignette of Anthony being Anthony and Obama being like a real person. And so I have number, look at, this is official. Take that, Patty Doyle. So this is the combo. It's not super cold, but it's cool. Apparently there's a fear of very, very cold drinks in Asia, especially with women. They think it messes up something in their digestive tract, so they don't like very, very cold drinks. And a lot of them, it's like they prefer water, room temperature. Yeah, I'm trying to see. Oh yeah, he's again there. Look at him looking straight ahead. The secret security guy. When everyone's smiling, he's all business. So hopefully my meal will not mess with my, there's the cubicle. So I will come back. Oh, wait a minute. I'm gonna open my beer and I'm gonna toast to Anthony. Why did you leave us, Anthony? cheers to you anyway. You selfish son of a bitch. And cheers to you, Barack. Thanks for all the fish. That's a line from Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. And cheers to you guys. Bia Hanoi. So, and it's got a little bitter edge to it, which is kind of nice. Okie dokie. So keep my things at the ready. Here we are. So Robin, where are you? Thank you, Chris. Robin, where the hell are you? Thank you, Claudia. Look, there are new arrivals. This is the Obama room. We're in the Anthony and Obama room. I don't think Patty Doyle, who was here like, well, I don't know if he was here 4 or 5 days ago, but he posted a YouTube from here. But I think he actually had to have his bowl of buncha on the first floor, because he might not have come at a particular time. So there's that. So that's to you, Patty Boyle. Stealing my idea when I've been talking about it for quite a while now. So don't make you think like you, just because you got here before I did, that you had the idea before I did. Okay, so settle down, settle down. I don't know why, but did I get two? Did I get 2 napkins? Because I don't think I need to. I think I only get 1, and I'll only take 1. So it will arrive. So there's a healthy bowl of noodles. And then there are these like fried pork patties, but in a soup. And then there's a bowl of vegetables. So I think you're supposed to combine all 3 and then get full.
Oh my God.
And that's why Anthony chose this place as the place to choose. He could have chosen just, you know, there's an embarrassment of choice of places to eat in Vietnam and or all of Southeast Asia. So when you curate something, there's got to be reasons for it. Here's my bowl of noodles. Well, it's a plate of noodles, but look, that's like when you mix it in with a bowl of meat and vegetables and broth, it's pretty filling. Let it come. Anyway. And at some point, I'm going to ask where the facilities are, and I'm going to leave you here. See, nothing's going to happen to my bag, Tim, if you're still around. If that was you that asked me that. I'll bring this phone with me, but I'll leave you guys, and I'll de-mic, and I'll leave my bag at my feet, and nobody will touch it. Okay? It just won't happen. He's a cute little kid. Oh, it was you? Okay. towards you. Well, I'm glad you're owning up to it. Nobody's going to touch my stuff. I've left my things in a number of places. You know, after I forgot my satchel on the back of a chair in Dalat, my favorite Vietnamese town or city, and I only realized it after getting back to my hotel and like 15 minutes had transpired. Seemed to remember that there was a way to phone the restaurant from the Google. So I rushed down to the front desk, quickly explained as the phone is ringing to the front desk girl that I left my satchel. Can you ask the lady at the restaurant if she can confirm that's what happened? And the rest is the rest of leaving stuff. Okay, yeah, you always need to be mindful of, and it's like it's like 101. It's the one thing you need to always remember: where your wallet is, where your keys are, where your passport is, and then you can relax. And you never let that go, and then it becomes like hardwired. But you can have moments where I'm going to relax a little bit. I'm just going to say, if it gets disappeared, I had it coming. I was a little too, but you don't go out of your way to like leave, you know, your expensive belongings or things like that. But this is like, you're just going to absent yourself, and you look like an asshole bringing your knapsack to the toilet, really. You just look, it doesn't look good. You look paranoid. And it's not a question of appearances, it's a question of confidence. It's like, I fucking dare you to snatch and grab my thing, because I'm gonna run after you and I'm gonna dispense justice if you even dare to try, is my mindset in that. I'm just going for a pee, for crying out loud. Can a guy go for a pee and expect his things to be untouched? Yes, yes you can, is my answer. And I'll prove it in a minute. Or maybe I'll prove it before my food arrives, because people are waiting, and then so I think my timing should be better. See, veggies are arriving. So at worst, you get a tour of the town from somebody's pocket. I'm not sure what that means, but you know what? I'm going to. Somebody's taking a photo of the famous photo. I'm going to absent myself, and I have to get out. Luckily, these aren't as low down as they could be. They might have actually got taller stools because they knew Obama was coming. So I'm going to be back, okay? Nobody move. I won't be long.
Không, con không bóp tay, con không bóp tay.
Picture of Toronto. I always thought of Toronto as America versus Canada, and then parentheses America's Rome. And so when you picture of Berlin, I always thought of Berlin as Germany as Ontario, and Toronto as
Băng lại băng cho anh mà bằng xích lô anh có nhớ đường không? Có nhìn đường không?
I'm back. So there was a lineup, and then the guys that were waiting got tired of waiting, and they went to another floor. And so I got first dibs, and let's just say the fellow who was in there left something behind. Yes, I took my other phone, exactly. Thank you for explaining to the rest of us how he does that. See, I took this phone, and now we. So my timing was perfect because the bowl of roasted pork or fried pork or stewed pork in a broth hasn't arrived yet, but the veggies are on the table, and the noodles are here waiting. And see, this is famous. We're in the presence of greatness. People come, it's like a, what is that called, where people come for miles and miles to a shrine. It's a shrine. There you go. A shrine to Anthony and to Barack. And the fact is, Anthony is no longer with us, and